All right, hi everybody. Welcome to Dry Eye Foundation Live and happy Friday. So if you're new to us, Dry Eye Foundation is a patient education and advocacy organization, and we are here to support you. Very small here and very accessible. So just reach out if you need somebody to chat with, and happy to help get you connected with any resources we've got. All right, I think we'll leap right into it today. Over to you.
All
Aiden.
right, I'm Aiden, and I'm just going to get my screen shared here. So I wanted to talk about Dry Eye Stories today. This is a project that's been going on since before the foundation, actually, just a little bit before, where I and we have collected some stories from folks in the Dry Eye community at different stages of their journey. And I partly today just wanted to show people the resource and also just go out and ask for more stories because I have not gone out and done that in a while. I just wanted to take a look through some of the recent stories. These are from like a diverse crowd of people. Some of them we know personally, others are just people who've happened upon the site and wanted to submit their story. These go back to 2018. And I've done some archiving here so you can actually browse by the tag or topic of the story or keywords from the story.
Can you just click on one and show how
Yeah, sure. Let's see, like MGD. That one's nice and big. So this will bring up all the stories that I've tagged with MGD. And maybe you'll find something that resonates with you. So maybe like that title or, surviving and thriving after LASIK. And then the other thing I wanted to show was the search bar here. Oh, no. Read stories, browse all, search posts. That's what it is. So you can see tags. And we also have people at different stages, like I said, and we've kind of asked them what stage they think they're at. So if you are, if you're just starting your journey and you need to know that it gets better and you want to read from some people who've kind of found the cure and feel like they're like on top of their dry eye, you could go to those. Maybe you feel like things are a little bit out of control and you want to share a story with a family member. Maybe it's hard to get through to them with your personal experience, but if you show them a few stories of people and how significantly their lives have been impacted, that was kind of also one of the ideas with the site. And of course, we have lots of comments that have accumulated over the years. So just wanted to put this out as a resource. It's dryeyestories.com. And we also have a way for you to share your story. So always happy to get those, help anyone out if they need. You can do a kind of just free form copy and paste, or you can use our little 5-question kind of story arc, how it started, how it progressed, the hardest part, turning a corner, and where you are now. So I think it's really important to get stories from people at different stages so that we can share with the community and share with people who don't understand dry eye, documenting kind of our community or the dry eye community for everyone to see rather than in Facebook or on the forum where it's a little more closed off. So always happy to get submissions or just happy when I see people are commenting and using the site.
I love the idea you're saying about using this to communicate with family members, just people close to you that are struggling to understand what we're going through. There's nothing like examples. It's scary for yourself and scary for people close to you when this thing just isn't well understood, but anything that can kind of put it in context and say, yeah, there are other people dealing with this thing and look how much it impacts them. It really, really, really helps with orientation.
Yeah.
And Aiden,
Yeah.
do we just take written stories or what about like video or audio? Can't remember if we do that as well.
All the stories on the site are written. We have some people who recorded audio versions of their story, but we would definitely take a video. I don't, let's see. Yeah, your story or an audio and video format. You'll probably have to contact us so I can get the video and put it up. But
And I just want to say, I mean, you don't have to write a novel. And it doesn't need to be award-winning diction either. You know, we're looking for real life stories here. They don't have to be fancy. It can, and they don't have to be your whole story beginning to end. It may be a feature of it, a part of your experience that was really important to you too.
Yeah.
A story sometimes can be a little bit intimidating, as in, oh my God, I got to sit back and think through 15 years of a journey. You can take a snapshot in time too. Those are helpful.
And, you know, maybe read a few stories just to get an idea of what we have on the site and get the creative juices flowing.
Yeah, we definitely have a variety of kind of short to long and all different approaches and things.
Yeah. Cool.
Great. Thank you. Let's see, where are we? Yeah, so reading the stories or listening to stories, watching stories can tell so much about the community. We do have our other tool that's kind of taking things from more of a data standpoint too, which is at mydryeyedata.org, which if you've been here before, you've seen some of this. So just going to look again once more high level. This is a good place to go digging in. If you want to find out more about our community in terms of the numbers, how many people have these different things going on or different shared aspects to their background. So good resource there. Next, want to go just briefly to the forums this is at dryeyetalk.com. And there's a lot of people that are just not Facebook fans, don't use Facebook for anything. Some people use Facebook just for the medical support groups and things, but it's not, some people don't want to be on that platform, and other people just don't necessarily find it the most useful format for conversation. Everybody has different needs with this stuff. So the forum is a place where you can get into more in-depth conversations that aren't quite so much like in the moment, rapid fire. Somebody posts something and the next day somebody will respond and we can get these long ongoing discussions. This forum dates back to 2005. So we got a long history and large archives in there. And several years ago, everyone started kind of migrating over to Facebook, so there was less traffic, but we've seen kind of a real resurgence in the last year or two, a lot more people on the forum. So I just want people to know that there is that resource too. And there's ways you can like build your own profile in there and view things about other people to just find people that have something in common with you in terms of causes of dry eye or treatments that you've tried. Okay, I think what I want to move on to next is just a little update that we are going to be heading into a little bit more of a fundraiser mode pretty soon here. We don't do this a whole lot. We are a low budget op and we focus on things that don't take a lot of money. But this year we definitely have more expenses, and it's an exciting thing because it means we're doing more and we're doing more different types of things. But it also means we need to pass the hat around now and then. And one of those that has got some more costs associated with it is the dry eye helpline, because we have now a part-time administrative assistant to help support that function. And that's just a really super important thing to us. I've been thrilled that we are able to provide a higher level of support and be just checking in on people to see how they're doing. But we would really appreciate your contributions for that program. Our other big expense this year is travel and exhibits at conferences, because we are exhibiting at the American Academy of Ophthalmology in September and the American Academy of Optometry in October. So we've got the travel part and the hotels and the booth rental and equipping the booth and just printing brochures and all that. And we're really super excited about it. It's just a way of getting out there and talking with doctors that we haven't done before. I mean, I go to conferences regularly, but that's just kind of one-on-one conversations with people, different in an exhibit hall where there's a lot of people coming through and we'll have chances to meet people we've never met before. So we're excited about that. And again, if you are motivated, love to have you chip in towards those costs. So keep an eye out for some fundraising emails and some social media posts about that in the coming weeks and months. Let's see, our big news thing. Do we want to get into the membership thing today, Aiden? I can't remember if we talked
Oh,
about that or
wow.
not.
I
Maybe a
don't
little
think
bit
we
of preview.
did, but
Yeah.
yeah, a heads up. We're in a new kind of relation management software, and we're really excited to be working on a membership program for the foundation. In this program, people will be able to create accounts, and we're going to link all of our events and fundraising and volunteer projects. And starting to get members is going to help us just with kind of building up our numbers and covering some of these costs that Rebecca was talking about. So we're hoping it's a way to get people engaged, and also just a different way to ask people to support us. I think one-time donations have been hard for us to ask for, but if people are willing to chip in, a little bit every month, just because they see the work that we're doing, and it doesn't have to be $100 because, I went on their page and I felt like I had to give that much. Just a different option for people.
We've kind of talked, I mean, as we were kicking around ideas when moving toward that model, we were kind of talking about it as almost like a Patreon model type of thing. So yeah,
Yeah.
so we'll have more information out there probably next week about that. But I'm excited about the opportunity to just offer easier ways for people to get engaged, get involved with the foundation. Just be able to log in your account and see stuff there, see some opportunities, have easier ways to get in touch. All right. So more about that next week for sure. Just wanted to mention briefly, we had a great meeting yesterday with a doctor who's a longtime friend of ours here about a webinar we're going to be putting together in the fall, all about clinical trials. And I'm excited about that. I think it's information we really need to be getting out there into the community. So kind of all about clinical trials, what they are, why they matter, why they need to be done, how they work, and what's it like to participate in a clinical trial. So having some discussions about that and some information presented. Looking forward to that, among other webinars that we're hoping to do this year. Okay, let's see. Next update is biologiceyedrops.org. Do you want to just bring that up for a second?
There you go. Yeah.
Not going to go through too much today, but just a reminder, and we do have more and more content coming out there. Yeah, could you just scroll through that homepage? So we've kind of got some new things out there showing kind of theory versus reality of biologic eye drops, with more information underneath that. And we have a number of new things coming very shortly that I would just say keep an eye out for. One is a presentation I can't wait to publish. It's the latest of Dr. B's, and it's called Sludge. And that gets into what happens to complex proteins of the types that are in these biologic materials like placenta and amniotic fluid. When you take those proteins and you put them in some liquid and you put them in a bottle, what does it take to keep them stable? And what does it take to destabilize them to where they can't actually benefit you anymore? So that is an amazing presentation. It's quite a long one, but looking forward to having that up. That should be up early next week. Now we have had, oh, there it is, Outing Regenerize. This is an ongoing video series that I've had going on, and that's going to shortly be joined by a new series called Outing Stimulize, which is not nearly as well known of a name, I think, because they're not out there kind of doing so much consumer advertising as Regenerize, but it is in quite widespread use. That's an amniotic fluid eye drop. So, and it's got a lot of commonality with Regenerize in terms of its legal status and so on. So we also have just kind of revamped that website. There's been a lot of demand for more and different content for doctors, whereas we've just been kind of orienting it more to patients. So we've split that up a bit. And also we've kind of centralized all the videos and Dr. B's presentations and things in one place again, so you can find them all when needed. All right. Aiden, over to you for events, what we got upcoming in August.
Sounds good. Yep. I pulled up the calendar here.
Oh, by the way, I this, was it Tuesday, the RCE group this week that I was lucky and got to sit in on because the regular hosts were away. That was amazing. I really enjoyed the experience. That's a group that gets into a lot of depth on the kind of medical and practical side of a very specific disease, recurrent corneal erosions, or specific experience coming from multiple diseases. Anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, I think we've both been pleasantly surprised with the groups we've been hosting this month. It's nice to mix things up. And for me, I've just been getting back in the routine of hosting my millennials group. So next week is August, if you can believe it. Mandy's mental health group happens the first and third Monday of the month. So next Monday, the 1st, she'll be hosting that at 10 Pacific. So if you're on the live stream, I assume you've been on this page because that's how you found the link to the live stream. So it's drivefoundation.org/calendar, and we just have our events listed here. I have a support group for millennials that's coming up next Tuesday at 5, and then we'll be back on YouTube Live in a week on Friday. And then Rebecca has a scleral lens group that she'll be hosting on the 11th at 5 Pacific. And then we have our general dry eye support group next 2 Fridays from now on the 12th. So you can go here, look at events. This will change pretty soon once we have the membership thing up, but this is where you can get the links now. And yeah, you can also just view kind of chronologically. And I should just say about our support groups, most of them are private. The only ones that are live streamed are the bigger dry eye Zoom groups that happen on the 2nd and 4th Friday. So I would say typical attendance is like 2 to 5 to 8 to 10 people. They're pretty small and usually organized around a topic like mental health, millennials. We have a UK support group. We have RCE, like Rebecca mentioned, scleral lenses. And I think we still need to schedule the incomplete lid closure group for this month,
Yep.
for next month. Yep. Cool. Anything else?
Yeah, I think that's all we got today.
Okay. Yeah, well, happy Friday, everyone. Oop. My Zoom thing disappeared. It's still warm here. Do you have any plans for the weekend?
We're going over to Seattle actually for the day tomorrow.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
and then I'll be here on Sunday. But yeah,
Okay.
tomorrow's we're good. And I bet it's warmer over there than it is here too. So yeah, I think we have a few more days of our little heat wave here.
Yep.
But I am enjoying it personally.
Yeah.
Yeah. How about you?
Yeah, going up to Bellingham this weekend. Actually leaving tonight. So
Oh wow.
yeah,
Okay.
have a drive ahead of us.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh,
Don't forget.
that's gonna be a ferry wait, I bet.
We're just gonna drive around.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, I know. I wanted to reserve something at Port Townsend, but just was a little too late to do that. Just take Whidbey Island. Anyways, all right.
Yeah.